Hi friends, welcome to my channel, Southern Yankee. If you're new here, my name is Terry, and if you are a returner, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here. Now, if you happen to just stumble across this video and you have never seen any of my videos before, most of my videos are about fashion and lifestyle. I do vlogs every week and I do fashion videos, but this one's very different. So if you are tuning in for the very first time, my guess is that you were divinely led here because you're in search of something, and this video was meant to find you. So I hope you'll enjoy the video, and this one is the very first in a brand new series about raising your vibration to live a happier, healthier, and more prosperous life filled with joy. So I hope you guys enjoy what is about to transpire here. So let me give you a little bit of an insight. So when you wake up in the morning, first thing every morning, do you jump up excited about the day, ready to tackle it? Or are you one of those people that hits the snooze button and groans and, oh God, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do this. I have to get up. It's just like another day in the rat race. Just answer that question to yourself. Which side are you on? Do you know your purpose in life? And are you living it every single day and enjoying it? Or do you still feel like you're in a job, you're stuck in a rut, and you know you're supposed to be doing something more, or you were meant for something more? If so, this video is going to be for you. Are you weighed down by the everyday stresses of modern day life, and the negativity coming at you from our media, our government, social media, your friends, your family? If so, this video is going to help you. Are you thriving, and are you living your life on purpose? Literally, really just sit back for a moment and just really think about that. If you're like most people, it's the latter. You're stuck in stressful everyday habits and situations that you really can't get out of, and you're more, instead of thriving, you're more in survival mode, just trying to figure out how to make it through each and every day. Sometimes you may have, in between all of the chaos of life, you may have some fleeting moments of happiness and joy. What if there was a way for you to experience more of those moments of happiness and joy and less of the moments where you're just simply surviving in this world? What if you could control that? What if you could live in a world where you did wake up every day excited, every day excited to go do your job, a job that you love, a job that you found purpose for, that you found there's a place for you here? What if you could tune out all of the negativity that's in this world? Does that mean ignoring it? No, but can you tune it out? Yes. What if you could learn some simple things to just raise your vibration every day when you need it? Call on your higher self, call on your spirit guides, and just ask them for protection when you need it, ask for help, get answers, and learn how to trust your intuition inside of you. What if some of you have spiritual gifts that you've never really explored because maybe you're afraid, maybe there's fear involved, maybe you just don't know what to do with it? Then this is going to be an incredible series, friends, for you to begin and start your day with. And I hope that you will participate. I'm going to be sharing so much information with you, as I am still honestly in my journey as well. Now, I will tell you that I have put this video off for a while because I'm still on my journey and I don't know it all. And I'm one of those people that wants to know it all, and before I give you the information, I feel like I need to have all of the answers. But friends, I don't have all of the answers. We are going to explore all of this together and hopefully grow as a collective with each other. Now, I hopefully know enough that I can be the guide here, and we're going to share stories, my stories and your stories, and we'll share in the comment section the stories as well to help you learn and grow, and we will all grow together. I think I have enough to be a guide for you, and some of you may even be able to guide us as well and provide some additional insights. Also, through the series, I will be looking for some folks that have experience on this and might want to do a collab with me on it. So if you have a YouTube channel and this is a topic, your spiritual gifts, we're going to learn about auras, we're going to learn about crystals, we're going to learn about trusting your intuition, tapping into your higher self, meditation. All these different things are going to be in this course. So if you're somebody who has a YouTube channel and you know about that, please reach out to me. My email will be in the comment section below, and it'll also be be in the description box, and we can discuss a collaboration to add on to this wonderful series. So friends, if you're excited, let's get going. Okay, so before we get started on this series, there are a couple of questions and some information that I want to share with you. So first of all, is this going against the Bible? If I have spiritual gifts like psychic, clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, and I start to delve deep into those gifts, is that going against the Bible? No, friends. Everything that we are going to talk about today is from source. I'm going to address source as God because people come from a lot of different backgrounds and religions. I've got a little vibrational being right here with me right now. Little Miss Gypsy girl who came into my life, and I do think that she is I think she was brought into my life on purpose. I think she knew I needed her. So anyway, so let's get into this. This is going to blow your mind a little. I'm not going to get too into the weeds of the science part of it, just enough so that you have a basic understanding. What is energy? What is vibration? Okay, so that's where I want to start with in a minute. But all of energy, we all have energy. Every single person and every single thing has energy in it. Energy is made up of atoms, which are made up of, I think, electrons and neutrons and protons, right? And the speed of which they vibrate is the vibration that they're putting out there. Often they vibrate too fast so we can't see it, but that determines whether it's going to be a liquid, a solid, or a gas. So you and I vibrate. Our animals vibrate, but it's not just living things, friends, that vibrate. Everything that we see in this world has energy. This cup has energy. The desk at work that you use is loaded with energy. Everything that's here is essentially made up of atoms that are vibrating at a certain consistency to either be a liquid, a solid, or a gas, and vibrates. Therefore, it has energy. So there is nothing in this universe that does not have energy. It's just a matter of whether it's good energy or negative energy, right? So there's light and there is dark. Light seeks light, dark seeks dark. So we are not seeking the dark, friends. We are not going down that path. And also, just to like taking it away from the energy piece a little bit, we are actually going to be utilizing the light energy for this series. The dark energy, like let's talk about people that worship Satan and the devil and play with the Ouija boards. That is not the energy we are going to play in. That is against the Bible. That is 100% negative and dark energy, and that is not something that we're going to do here. I want to let you know, first of all, that I am a Christian. I do believe in God. I do believe that Jesus died on the cross for our sins so that we could be forgiven, and I believe all of our gifts, spiritual gifts, come from source, come from God. And I'll embellish more on that as we continue to go along. But those other energies are not a part of God. They are not a part of light and love. And everything that we are discussing today is. So, but I'm going to call God source for now, just because everybody comes from a different background. And I've got some notes here. This is a lot, so I'm going to be utilizing that. So this series, though, is for everybody. This is for people of all colors, races, and creeds. This is energy's energy. It does not discriminate. People can discriminate. Energy does not. You have it, and I have it. And what we're going to do is learn how to use that energy better and more effective to raise our vibrations. Coincidentally, the human body does vibrate. I just was looking this up. I think it's 5 hertz. And they have found in recent years a method that is increasing human vibration to 10 hertz. That is exactly what this is about. How do we raise our vibration? When we raise our vibration, we are closer to God when we can do this. We are closer to our loved ones that have passed over. The reason if your loved ones have passed over and you're like, oh, they're not sending me signs. Sometimes you're not seeing the signs. They're there and you're not seeing them. But some people would love to connect with them. And the reason that you can't is because of the vibrations you're emitting. In order for you, you're here. In order for you to connect with a loved one who is here, okay? And then we have like God and the angels that are even higher. But in order for you to connect with your loved ones who are here, they have to bring their vibration down a little. You have to bring your vibration up a little so you can meet in the middle. Then you can get messages from your loved ones in spirit. Sounds easy. It's not. I am learning. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure this out. I've had messages. I've had things come through my whole life. And without even trying, I mean, we're going to get into my spiritual journey later, but when I was a kid, without even trying, I was seeing the low vibrational beings in the world. And those were not from the light. Those are maybe souls that did not cross over into the light, and I wouldn't even try. I would just see them. So for me, I don't want to connect with that energy, so I needed to learn how to raise my vibration as an adult so that I could connect with the higher vibrations, and these would be people that have passed over and have went to the light. Okay, so we can't see vibrations. We know that they're there. Everything has a frequency, and we have evidence of that with things like our senses. We can feel it, sight, hearing, and smell. To give you an example, so have you ever walked into a room and you could feel the tension? Maybe you walked into your own home and felt the tension, like somebody was just fighting, but now they're getting along and you don't hear it, you don't see anything, but you know something happened. You can feel that energy. For me, I work in recruiting, and I am a team lead, and I could feel and sense, well, two things. Let me back up. So a long time ago, my boss, he is now mostly retired, and his son has taken over, and they don't watch my YouTube channel, so it's fine, I'll share this, but he would come in and I could always feel his energy and know when I needed to stay away from him, keep my head down, don't talk, and just stay on the phone. Because he would walk around the office and he wouldn't say anything. Sometimes he would have a look on his face. I could just feel it. Some people are more sensitive to that kind of energy as well. And in those cases, you might be an empath where you really can feel other people's energy. Everybody has this ability. Just some people, it's stronger in some people than others. I've always had that I've always had that ability to feel people's energy. If something is wrong in my world with people that I'm very close to, I can tell. I'll come up to Robert and I'll be like, what's bothering you? And he's like, nothing. And I'm like, something's bothering you. I can feel it. And nothing's bothering me, but eventually there was something. He just wasn't ready to talk about it. There was something that was bothering him. Just as you can sense joy. So sometimes, like, any of you have little ones in your life, and they just have that most infectious giggle. You cannot help yourself from laughing right along with them. That is a contagious energy that little one had started laughing. Or if you've had, like, my sisters and I, will happen to us where we are like, one of us will start laughing about a joke or something, and before you know it, all of us, there's 5 of us, well, 4 sisters and a brother, are laughing so hard we have tears coming down our face because it's contagious. And they say laughter is good for the soul. 100%. It's amazing for the soul, and it raises your vibration to a higher level, to a much, much higher level. So just as you can see different colors and feel different textures, your brain has the ability to, and signals the difference between the energies. You naturally can see and feel these energies. You have a soul. You can't see your soul, but your soul is made up of energy, and your soul is what lives on in the world after your physical body is dead, right? So your soul is what remains, and that is energy, my friends. And that is why your loved ones are still around you that have passed over, but you're struggling to connect with them and you're looking for signs, but you can't. You know why? It's because your energy is not in the right place to connect with that loved one who has passed over. So again, this is all stuff coming down, and this series is going to kind of morph as we go and as we get into it. And I want you to have a pen and paper in front of you, take notes. There are going to be some little challenges and little homework things you can do at the end to raise your vibration. But I also want you to comment in the comment section below your stories. If you're an empath, if you have energy, if you have spiritual gifts, I want to hear from you. Okay? So, and if you don't, you're just excited about this series because you don't know how to live on purpose and live a life with more joy and just to be happier in life, then I want to hear from you as well, and I want to hear how this impacts you from the time we start this series to the time that we end it, okay? All right. So, according to Albert Einstein, the theory of relativity, all matter creates warps in space-time, and the movement of matter creates vibrations that travel through space at the speed of light. These vibrations can stretch the fabric of space, and they can be detected from far away. Friends, if this is the case, you're such a beautiful, powerful being. You have a brain that can think thoughts. What does that mean in terms of energy? Everything. Everything. It is not just about the different things you can do on the outside and words that you speak to raise your energy and your vibration, although that is very powerful in and of itself. Your thoughts are vibrational thoughts. Your thoughts can help you manifest your reality based on your vibration and what you're thinking every day. I am going to share at the end of this video a little bit of a hard situation that I had happen to me today, and how I normally think I would have, before I was studying this, how I normally think I would have handled it versus how I did handle it, and the feelings and the how it made me feel handling it in a different way. And that doesn't mean like you don't process your hurt and process your feelings. You do. But I handled things in a little bit of a different way with something today, and it just really, really helped me. So, all right. So this is about molecules. Molecules vibrate at different rates. Things like temperature can also raise the speed of those vibrations. Atoms, protons, electrons, all of that vibrates at a certain speed, and that's what makes it either a solid or, like us, we're a solid, but we also are made of water too, right? So we have a little bit of everything and some gas. So that gets expelled. All right, so anyway, let's go on. We are vibrating naturally without even trying it around 5 hertz, okay? So at the most fundamental level, protons, neutrons, electrons that make up atoms vibrate, and these vibrations create energy. That is what our body is made up of, molecules, protons, all of that, and then we vibrate at a certain level, and it's either here, here, or here. I kind of sometimes refer to people as that's a low vibrational person. And one of the things you want to do is surround yourself that you're around people that vibrate at either where you're at or higher. If you hang out with people that are vibrating at a higher frequency than yours, then you, my friends, are going to naturally be risen up to that level. If you are constantly hanging out with the Debbie Downers of the world and the negatives and the gossipers, then that is the vibration that you are going to vibrate at, or you're going to live a life fully exhausted because maybe you naturally vibrate higher than that, but because you're hanging around all of that, it's draining your life force and your energy from you. It is changing the frequency of your vibrations just simply by being around those people in the same space and air. Okay, so that's hard. Some of the people that might vibrate at a lower vibration might be your kids, your spouse, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, people that you're not going to cut out of your life. But that's where setting boundaries helps, and removing yourself from certain situations helps. You're not going to take those people out of your life, but you are going to let them know that that doesn't serve you, and so you don't take part in it. Okay? All right, so we talked about feeling the energy with my boss, and I definitely could feel his energy. So if everything is energy and everything vibrates and everything has a certain frequency recognized by feel, sight, hearing, or smell, so just as like just as like when you see different colors and feel those different textures, your brain can tell the difference between them. If we all are vibrating at different frequencies, then can you vibrate on a higher frequency, and can you manifest at a higher level? And the answer is yes, my friends. 100% yes, you can vibrate at a higher level. Now, we also know that we were born with gifts, that all of us were born with gifts. Some people are stronger in certain gifts than others, but we were all born with gifts that were given to us by Source, by God, okay? And those gifts, when you hear people saying clairvoyant, clairsentient, those are words, those are terms that humans put to the gifts that naturally were given to you by God. The gifts of all seeing, clairvoyant, okay? And that's a gift that God gives you, the gift of knowing, the gift of seeing, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, okay? I am going to teach you about the different gifts that you could be given, and hopefully you'll start to recognize which ones you have. And even if you don't, you have them all. It's just some are stronger than others, and so you're going to be able to hopefully determine which ones are your strengths, and maybe you'll be able to even develop some during this series along with me. And I'm still working on developing mine as well. So for the sake of time, we're just going to start with your words. We're going to start with your beliefs and your words, okay? We pay very little attention to the words that we are using every single day. Sometimes we're saying words that maybe we don't fully mean because we're trying to connect with another person that's talking to us, right? And I don't know, create chemistry or a kinship with that individual. Were you ever taught in school the choice of words that you use and how that will affect you in your life? No. Like, you're taught things like history and math and English and maybe specific skill sets. But were you ever taught that the words that you use and say every day could affect your future? Same thing with your thoughts. Did your teacher ever talk to you about what you were thinking in your head? Because those things and the things that you say could affect how you are and could help your career or not, right? And it could shape your belief system and your life. And so I didn't know that my thoughts could shape me, or that what I give out in this world comes back to me, karma, right? So, and nobody taught me that I deserved to be loved, that I should live a life being loved. Life is here to support me if I will embrace it. And that's what we want to talk about. So your parents, sometimes they'll tell you things in anger when you're a little kid. You know, I mean, there's name calling. Like, you know, I've heard people say, well, I wish you were never born, or I hate you, or I don't like you. When you're a kid, the kids can be bullies and so mean. I had a child when, I don't know, maybe I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, and I had this crush on this boy in school, and we did these in art class. And mind you, I was not a cute little girl. I had the big Coke bottle glasses. My nose was too big. My teeth were, I didn't have braces yet, and I had buck teeth. And then my cousin, she pushed my head down. We were fighting about something on the cement, and she chipped my front teeth. And so at this time in my life, I was at that like awkward age where, like, definitely not cute, but it was okay. It's okay. And but something happened that made me so self-conscious for so many years. And I will tell you, friends, for the first time in my life, in these last couple of years since I've been embracing this energy, I am 100% confident in who I am. And for the first time, I love myself. And they say, it's true. They say, like, well, you're not going to really be able to give all of yourself and love somebody else fully if you haven't learned how to love yourself. So one of the things that caused me not to like myself back when I was a kid, again, it was like 2nd or 3rd grade. There's this little boy that I liked, and we were in art class, and they were doing these like side portfolios. So we, like, with a shadow, and somebody would like trace the outline of your face, and then we cut them out and we put them on boards. And so you had, and then you could see, like, we would guess, like, oh, who's that and who's that? Like, no color, it was just a black, and you could just see the outline of the side of their face, their profile photo. Well, the guy that did mine was the boy that I liked, and he made a comment about how big my nose was, okay? And as a child, that devastated me. Because I really liked this kid, and I thought he was so cute, and I wanted him to like me, and now I'm thinking, well, he doesn't like me. He thinks I have a big nose, right? And I did. No, I've grown into that nose. That nose fits me now. But let me tell you how it affected my life for years and years and years. First of all, I grew my hair very long, almost down to my waist. I didn't have bangs. I still don't really have bangs, like little ones, but it was all one length at the time I grew my hair out. And when I was 16 and I was driving in a car, I was so self-conscious about people seeing my side profile, and I had big 80s hair back then, so still kind of do, but it's just toned down a little bit. So I puffed my hair really up, and it was really big, and that way anybody that was driving next to me in the car next to me, they couldn't see my nose. That was what I was worried about. And for probably 25 years of my life, I figured when I got old enough and I could get the money, I was going to get a nose job, and I was going to get a new nose, and I was going to take the bump off my nose. Now, the bump on my nose is a family bump that all of my family has, and I'm actually quite proud of it. And I know now that, like, it's what makes me me and makes me unique and special and different. I don't want to look like every other girl that looks like on Instagram now, where they've got like the perfect little nose and the big full lips and no wrinkles. I don't want to look like a carbon copy of what society thinks you should look like and what I should look like. But back then, as a child, a very young, immature child, I wanted to look like that model. I wanted to look beautiful. I wanted everyone to think I was beautiful. And friends, I am beautiful. In my way, I am beautiful. And beauty isn't just on the outside, it's on the inside, and we know that. But I'm even okay and love myself now on the outside and what I look like on the outside. But that was a journey for me. That is not something for me that happened overnight. So words are so powerful. Like, if I can feel myself feeling a little emotional about this, if I really get into this too much, I feel like it's going to bring my emotions up, because those are things you bury down and you don't want to think about because they hurt you. Now, does that kid today, he's a 50-year-old man today, does he even remember he said something like that to me that crushed my soul and hurt me for so many years and caused me years and years of pain? He has no idea. It wasn't on purpose. He has no idea. He probably doesn't remember it. And if he did remember it, he would have no idea that what it did, how it shaped my life moving forward and how it affected me. So your words matter. Have you ever spoken to your kids out of anger? Have your parents ever spoken to you out of anger? Have you ever said something that you immediately wished you could take back? Why do those things matter? Because they affect another living soul. They affect another living human that is on this earth. And so our world is so full of hatred right now. So full of hatred. Is it any surprise really to any of us that we're having all these weird weather anomalies, that we're having all these riots and fighting and all these really negative things, that people are getting so sick? No, because it's been building. That negative energy has been as a collective has been building and building and building. It's got to go somewhere. At some point it explodes, and that's where we are in this world. And right now, if we need anything, my friends, anything, we need everybody to get their soul right, get their energy right, get their love right, and to start loving and caring. And the very first thing you can do is change your words. We'll get to your thoughts, but I want you to change your words. I want you to really think about what comes out of your mouth on a daily basis, okay? Maybe, you were told that you'd be accepted if you did X, Y, Z. Here's another story. These are hard stories for me to share. These are not stories that I've shared with people before, and I'm being very vulnerable because I really want to get the message out to you guys. When I got to high school, I had a very best friend. I'm going to call her Ann. Her name is not Ann, but I'm going to call her Ann. And Anne came to me one day. Now, I had friends, so I was in show choir, I was in theater, I was in softball for high school, cheerleading, I don't even know what else, probably other things, chorus, all kinds of stuff. So I had friends from all different groups, and we all know that there's groups in high school, right? And I had friends in all of them. And I was always just a kind person and a very outgoing person, although I was very insecure. As outgoing as I was, very, very insecure. And that nose comment didn't help anything. So when we got to high school, I made the cheer team. And I was so excited to be a cheerleader. And cheerleaders, most of the cheerleaders at our school were very, very popular. I wouldn't say I was very popular. I would say I was well liked by all groups, and I had a lot of friends. I had a wonderful high school experience, but I wouldn't say I was in the in crowd, right? So you become a cheerleader and you're like, oh, I'm in the in crowd. Now I'm being invited to all of the cheerleading parties and the football parties and, Spirit Week, and we're doing all these things, and I've made it, right? In my little high school mind, I'm thinking, yes, I made it. So my best friend Anne, also made the cheer team. And we cheered a lot together. In fact, I was real tiny and she was very tall and strong. And I would climb up on her and stand on her shoulders. And we'd do things like, the moves for the cheer moves. And you get pretty intimate in cheer because you have to. And you've got to trust people that they're not going to drop you. I did get dropped once or twice. And then a couple times I did it myself. So anyway, Anne comes to me one day and she says to me, Terry, and I'm not going to say my friend's name because if any of my high school friends are watching this video, they may or may not know about these conversations, and I don't want any of this to hurt anyone. So I'm going to say my friend Pam. There's another friend, Pam, and Anne's my best friend, but Pam is a friend that I've had for a long time, okay? So my friend Anne comes to me and says, Terry, now that we're cheerleaders, you need to stop talking to Pam and the rest of your friends over here because they are not popular. And we're cheerleaders now, so you can't talk to them anymore. That did not go over with me. That immediately felt wrong to my soul. That immediately felt wrong inside me on all levels. Now, Anne went on to do that. That was her focus. She went on to stop talking to certain groups of people and just and only talk to the people at the level she deemed worthy. I didn't do that. I stayed friends with all of my friends from drama class and chorus and show choir and softball. And I remained, and actually a lot of my softball friends were also cheerleaders. Not so much the theater group and stuff, and I think that was what Anne was talking about, was maybe my friends in theater and band and things like that. I stayed friends with them. To this day, that's something that, good job, Terry, pat on the back, I don't regret. I remained friends with those people. To this day, I am still friends with quite a lot of people that I graduated high school with, even though I live 500 miles away from all of them. I can honestly say I love all of them. I don't think that I have enemies that I'm aware of. If they are out there, maybe there are. There could be people out there that don't like me, and that's okay. Not everybody will. But I know that I made the right decision back then to not allow somebody else's energy and negative thoughts to impact my life and the way that I was going to be with my friends. And I've never regretted the decision to stand strong and true to who I am and to make sure that I was kind to people. And I think that's important. And that kindness has been shown to me 10 times over and over and over. I've had people in my life extend kindness even when I felt like I didn't deserve it. And maybe there are times I didn't deserve it and I got it because of the kindness that I did put into people in other times where I was vibrating on a higher level, where your parents tell you if you do this, you'll be my favorite kid. And they're saying it in jest, right? But like a kid, you might take it personally. So don't belittle yourself, and don't let other people's words belittle who you believe you are, because you are a high vibrational, beautiful, loving human that was put on this earth for a reason. And hopefully some of you are going to figure out what that reason is by the end of this series. So when you wake up, let's talk about words. And this is going to go into your challenge today. We talked about, what do you say when you wake up? Are you saying, ooh, I'm excited to start my day. I've got so many great things planned. I'm going to do this. I've got all these things, and you're ready to live your life? Or are you hit the snooze, hit the snooze, hit the snooze. I need another hour. God, I don't want to get up. God, I don't want to go to work. Oh my God, I need coffee. I'm so tired. These are your words, okay? When you get to work, are you focused and doing your job? Or are you too busy gossiping about all the other people in the office building, complaining about Sally, pointing out somebody's outfit's messed up? Are you trivial little dumb stuff? I had somebody say something really negative to another coworker about me that was not true based on what she thought was true, but it wasn't. And I addressed it and I handled it and I believe it stopped. Now, do I think she likes me? No. Do I care? No. I still think this person is a good human for the most part. I think that she's a little lost and trying to make sure everybody likes her, and that is like the reason she gossips is because she wants everybody to like her and she's trying to get in everybody's good graces. So I just think, okay, well, she's young and she's at a different vibration in life than I'm at, and she's still got a lot of growing to do. I don't hold any grudge against her, but she did try to damage a friendship in my office that I have based on something that absolutely wasn't true. And it honestly, well, I don't even need to get into what it was about, but it was so off-putting. And so I did feel like I needed to address it. I addressed it professionally, and it has stopped. And there's no more of that, because she knows if she does that again and it comes to me, which it likely will, in fact, it has, even a little bit more so, I'll address her again. Sometimes it is worth just letting it go. Other times you need to handle it and be like, that's not acceptable in my world, and I'm not going to accept that from you. But also watch your own words. Like, are you saying words and gossiping? Are you the one doing the hurting to other people? Because, friends, it could have a lifelong impact, like it did on me with that kid who said something about my nose. Has anybody ever bullied you? I know this is a vulnerable conversation, but whether you've been the person who's done the bullying when you were a kid or you've been bullied as a kid, I think it's important as a collective, as a whole, that we share that experience so that we can help each other overcome that. And if somebody does in the comment section share a story about something so serious as bullying, I want my beautiful souls to come to that person's aid, and I want you to build that person up, because that's what we need to do as humans in this world. That is how we raise the vibration of the entire world. I have a very small channel, my friends. This probably isn't going to get very far, but if I reach just some of you, and then some of you take this information and change and raise your vibration and help others by lifting others up, you will have made a significant impact in this world, and I will feel like I am fulfilling a purpose that was God-given to me by helping you. Because at the core, that's what I want to do. I want to share with you what has benefited me. Why would I hold that in? I want to give it to you too, so that you can have a successful life, so that you can be happy and fulfilled every single day of your life. All right, so your poverty thoughts. Let's think about this. Are you always saying, I'm broke, I don't have any money? I am guilty of this, and I have switched off. I do not say that anymore. I try to keep my thoughts in the abundance category. I'm human, I'm learning, I'm not great at it, I'm still learning, still working on it. Feel free to call me out in any of my videos when you hear me doing that, and I will make a mental note and out loud note to correct that. So are you having words of lack? Are you having words of not enough to go around? Are you robbing Peter to pay Paul? Are you feeling like you're not good enough, that you're not worthy, that you're not loved, that you're ugly? Are you resentful? Are you angry? Are your words angry? Are your words resentful? Are your words one of not good enough? Let that sink in. Take a minute to mourn that, because that is exactly where we don't want you to be. I want you to raise it up. I'm getting emotional because it's emotional for me, because if this helps you, it's going to change your life. It is going to change your life, okay? So instead, I want your thoughts to be power thoughts. Abundance, plentiful, provided for, loved, worthy, beautiful, grateful. You are worthy, you are beautiful, and you are grateful, and you are loved. I love you, and I'm glad that you're here. I want you to really focus this week's intentions on your words. We'll get to your thoughts next week. This week is all about your words. I want you to take a journal at the end of every night, and I want you to write down what you're grateful for with your words. I want you to write your words on paper and write all the beautiful things in your life. Sometimes it's hard to find a beautiful thing. I'm grateful for the birds out chirping. I can hear chirping outside. I'm grateful that I have air I can breathe. I'm grateful I have food on my table. Whatever it is, I'm grateful for my grandchildren. I'm grateful for my children. I'm grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for my boyfriend. I want you to just spend the week writing all of the things every night when you go to sleep that you are grateful for. And then when you wake up in the morning, I'm grateful for this dog who's interrupting my video because I love him and he is a rescue and he's noisy. Anyway, that is your homework for today. Hold on. Okay, friends, I don't even know how long this first video is, but that's going to be it today. I want you to have a grateful journal, and I want you to pay attention to your words throughout the week. And when you catch yourself, and have an accountability buddy. Find somebody that's a friend at work or in your day that can help you to be accountable if you say something negative, and let them help you get back on track. So I want to hear your stories below. I want to hear stories of words that have hurt you, words that have maybe stopped you from doing something that you wanted to do. I want to hear your stories below. I will see you all, my friends, in the next part 2 of our series of raising your vibration to live a healthier, happier, and more joyful life. I'll see you all. Don't forget to subscribe so you do not miss any of these videos. You're going to want to see them all.